What kind of man keeps calling his fiancé's phone? When police already found her car abandoned at the edge of a river, a silver ring left on the dashboard, the phone still ringing in her seat, and one voicemail recorded hours after the official time of death. 0:15 October 12, 2022, Lincoln County, Oregon. She had been missing for 6 days. Yet someone whispered her name into her own voicemail the night after her memorial. Emma Callan's story began like every other love story that looked perfect on paper. A quiet engagement trip, a rented cabin, ocean views. Friends said she called it the week her life finally made sense. But by Tuesday morning, Cole Marin was alone at the cabin, and Emma's camera was found shattered near the back porch, her last photo showing only her own reflection in the window. The timestamp on that photo? 2:17 a.m., hours after Cole claimed he was asleep. Detective Rowan Hale was the first to listen to that voicemail. He said her voice was steady at first, then trembling. The final seconds were nothing but waves, static, and a faint echo. Someone whispering, "Don't hang up." Main suspect, Cole Marin. So why did her phone show an incoming call from Cole 3 days after she was declared dead? And who exactly answered it? How do you explain a voicemail that's timestamped 2 days after the phone was locked in police evidence? Detective Rowan presses play. A soft breath. Then Emma's voice, saying, "I'm cold." October 14th, 2022, 11:43 p.m. Her parents were asleep when that call hit their phones too. Same second, same number, same voice. Cole told reporters he didn't believe in ghosts, he believed in glitches. But forensics couldn't explain how her SIM card made contact from a powered-off device. No signal, no tower ping. Yet somehow her voice traveled. Phone logged at police storage. When Rowan replayed the audio, he noticed it. A faint hum in the background, the same tone used by Lincoln County emergency scanners. So if Emma's phone never left evidence, who recorded that final message? What if the scene of her disappearance wasn't just disturbed, but carefully reset? Detective Rowan opens the cabin door. Fresh sheets, coffee mug rinsed clean, and the faint smell of bleach, days after the police had already cleared it. October 16th, 2022, 9:22 a.m. Someone had returned to the cabin, and they knew exactly which surfaces had been dusted for prints. The team found Emma's travel journal inside the fireplace. Half burned, one line still legible. "If anything happens, tell Tessa to check the photo card." Recovered, half-burned journal page. When they pulled the cabin's security feed, the footage skipped every night between 1 and 3 a.m. Except for one frame, a shadow moving toward the lake with what looked like Emma's camera strap. So who erased the footage? And why leave behind the one frame that proves someone was there? Why would someone hide a memory card inside a jar of coffee grounds? Detective Rowan shakes the tin, hears a faint rattle. A sealed SD card slides out, scratched, but intact. Label reads, Trip 27, Forever. October 17th, 2022. Evidence logged 4:46 p.m. The first photo shows Emma smiling toward the camera, but the reflection in her sunglasses isn't Cole. It's someone standing behind her. Every file after that grows darker. Ocean shots, blurred nights, then a close-up of her hand gripping a car key. The last image? A man's watch, the same brand Cole swore he never owned. Recovered. Trip 27 memory card. Digital forensics confirmed the photos weren't deleted. They were manually renamed. Each timestamp edited to line up perfectly with Cole's alibi. So if Cole didn't take those photos, who was behind the camera? The watch in that photo wasn't just a clue. It was a confession ticking in plain sight. Detective Rowan zooms in. On the inner rim of the dial, 2 engraved letters, e.g. November 2021, the same week Emma gifted Cole a custom watch for their anniversary. He claimed it was stolen, but the last photo on that SD card showed the watch, sitting on a car dashboard. Cole's car. Forensics dusted the strap. Emma's fingerprints on the clasp, but blood, faint and smeared, beneath the crown. Cole said he hadn't seen Emma after the fight, but the watch placed them together, hours after she was reported missing. So why was the GPS in his car still recording new locations? 3 days after she vanished. The GPS didn't lie. It remembered every place he tried to forget. 3 stops, all within 20 miles. All after Emma was declared missing. The first, an old service road near the quarry. The second, a small-town motel paid in cash. The third, a cabin. Detective Rowan traced the route at dawn. Mile by mile, silence by silence. At each stop, she found something left behind. Mud prints, a hair clip, and finally, tire tracks leading nowhere. Cole said he drove that route to clear his head. But the GPS logs were different. They were saved under a folder named Forever. And the last coordinate? It led straight to the lake, the one Emma feared most. Why did he bring flowers to the lake? Every year, on the same day she vanished. The morning fog floated over the black water. Detective Rowan stood by the dock, holding the GPS in her hand. The signal stopped right beneath her feet. Divers went down at 6:42 a.m. By 7:03, one of them surfaced silent, trembling, holding a small jewelry box. Inside was Emma's ring, engraved with one word, Forever. And beneath the dock, buried in the silt, they found something else. 2 phones sealed in plastic. Both belonged to Cole. One was his, the other was hers. The last video file was time-stamped the night she disappeared. It showed Emma, crying, whispering, "He said love never dies. But I don't think he meant it like this." Cole never showed up for questioning. His truck was found abandoned on the same road where they first met. The lake was calm that morning, but locals still say, if you stand long enough, you'll hear her voice calling from under the water, soft and endless, like forever. Subscribe to the Veil of Secret, where every story hides a heartbeat you'll never forget.